Okay, Allan, let's start by talking about the game against Inverness on Saturday. Another very frustrating afternoon. Decent first half, and then second half it just didn't go to plan at all.
No, it's we're in that situation now. We're losing really poor goals, so it's something we've been working on to try and address. Because if you can't defend, you're going to struggle to win games. So we need to get back to defending well, and obviously taking our chances at the other end when they come along.
I was going to ask you about that, because it's not just that we're leaking goals at the back, obviously, but a way to relieve some of that pressure would be to take our chances at the other end, and that's just not happening as well.
No, I think you'd be more worried if you weren't creating chances. We're creating enough chances. You just need to obviously be clinical. You've got to take them when they come along. It relieves a wee bit of the pressure on the defence. But saying that, the goals we lost at the weekend, it's another 3 really poor goals.
So let's move on to the 3 players that you brought in on transfer deadline day last week. Mallory Martin from Hearts, Keena from Hearts as well, and Robbie Muirhead. Do you want to talk through them?
Yep, Robbie, obviously a player I know well from my time at Kilmarnock. He's got good legs, he can play. Obviously when I had him he was more of a second striker, but he's worked obviously under Stevie and Robbie as well, and played more on the left hand side, so he can play both positions, so it gives us that wee bit of flexibility. Mallory and Keena, I've not played a lot of football. Obviously young Keena is injured at the moment, so he won't be joining us probably for another 6 or 7 weeks, but hopefully that will give us a boost when he comes along. But good energy, scored a couple of good goals last year when he was out on loan. And Mallory's just one that I think he's quality on the ball. We just need to try and get him up to speed because he's not played a lot of football.
Lewis Martin was in for an operation last week, I think. Is there any update on that?
Well, his operation went fine, so hopefully that's him on the road to recovery. You're probably looking at another 6 weeks anyway before he's fit and available for the squad. Okay, let's move on to the game at the weekend then. It's Boreham Wood in the Ironbrew Cup. How have preparations been? How are you looking ahead of No, I think it's a wee bit of freshness, to be fair. When you're on the run that we have been in the recent games, then sometimes this game, it's like a breath of fresh air. Sometimes you go and play against somebody completely different, take away the pressures for the league, and hopefully take something out of the game, go in and put in a good performance, go and score some goals. We know it's going to be a hard place to go because obviously we've seen some footage of them, and they were really unlucky last year as well, so they've got a lot of quality players.
We're obviously missing a few players as well in terms of internationals, Callum Smith, McCann, Williamson of course, so it limits your options in terms of the squad that you can play, so it's going to end up quite a strong team.
It'll be a strong team we're playing. There is a couple of niggles as well, so we're not going to take any chances with them. The most important thing is the league, so we want to make sure we're right for the league game next week. But it's still a game. We want to go and do well and put in a really good performance. And there'll be a decent travelling support as well, because it's, you know, it's, as you said, it is something different. It is. No, it's amazing the amount of supporters that are going to the game. So that's why it's equally important that we put in a really good performance and get back on track and get that confidence back.